Yeah. Thumbnails is Bobby Lashley doing his pose. Love when it's like that.
Oh, that was when he wore those stupid little trunks. Oh my god,
Yeah. Oh god, he was so bad.
bro. Or this came out in 2018. Holy shit, that Bobby Lashley was.
Straight butt.
Oh my god, that was just horrible.
Straight,
Horrible, man.
straight ass.
All right.
Boom, got the thumbnail too.
Same, bro. All right. I'm so hesitant to do 2-on-2 tournaments because I have I have PTSD over 2K20 crashing
Oh yeah.
every single time I do a fucking tag team tournament.
Bruh. I swear. Yeah, I would maybe test that just one day randomly, not on the
Right.
fucking stream.
Yeah.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like it might be able to work with 19, but
Oh yeah, this game
just
hasn't crashed once since we
thank
started streaming
God.
it.
Because fuck,
2K20 used
man.
to crash like
Literally used to.
I would just be watching the screen just. And
Mm,
also another thing, I shouldn't even be saying this. I'm gonna knock on wood before I say this, but ever since I had the PS5, we never. Okay, sorry, my fucking thing wouldn't mute. Um,
sure did.
ever since I got the PS5, ever since we started like streaming, which is like probably like a couple days after I got it. I've never for the past 3 weeks I never had like any broadcast
Yeah,
stopped because of internet or anything like that.
thank fuck, man. She goes crazy.
And I would think all the time because every time I'm playing 2K, the fucking servers go out.
I swear,
But,
you fucking think.
but
Garbage ass game.
yeah, bro. But nonetheless, now that all my tweets and whatnot are up, what is up, guys? Welcome back to yet again another edition of Notorious Unscripted. This is the 23rd edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. So, welcome everybody to the channel. If this is your first time watching, we do Notorious Unscripted on usually a Monday or Tuesday, and also we have the news that is specifically for Fridays. And you also have to look forward to not this Friday, but next Friday, because we will be having the Royal Rumble predictions on there for you guys. So, yeah, man. Is NXT doing a Worlds Collide? I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
Oh no, their takeovers on Valentine's Day. They actually let us know, ahead of time.
Oh
So
wow, that's nice. Well,
yeah,
they're probably gonna call it Valentine. No, they wouldn't call it Valentine's Day Massacre.
that's what I
They
was
would
hoping they
probably.
would have called it, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, but or probably fucking take over Valentine's Day, because that sounds very very underground. Um,
True.
but, but yeah, man. So they're not doing a Worlds Collide, so we will be on after. Only on Sunday we will be on after for obviously the Royal Rumble review and recap. So. Yeah, man. Again, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this podcast, and as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going?
It's going. Fuck. Sorry. It's going good, man. It's going good. Just chilling out, man. Just waiting this week, going to get that ID. And other than that, it's just normal shit, just one step at a time, basically. We're just doing shit, you know. Other than that, it was just a normal ass day, almost. Drank expired milk, almost.
Oh,
I smelled it first, and it smelled disgusting. I was like, oh, thank God they didn't put that on my cereal. So I had to eat dry ass cereal. So that was great. But, yeah, bro, other than that, day was normal, bro. What about you?
it was good, man. It was good. I just chilled at home, just kind of watching over one of my animals. He's not feeling too well, so just watching
Mm,
over him. But yeah, bro. Just while I was watching over him, just working on my NBA 2K, my team, since there's not much else to do since Madden's not on sale. So yeah, man, just kind of doing my thing. So yeah.
oh, yeah.
Uh, Yeah, man. Everybody, I went to Arby's, and
Mm.
the one by my house does not have a drive-through. We drove around back, and it was just a fucking dark building. I was like, okay, whatever. So we go to this other Arby's, and I asked for my Jamocha shake, and they were out of fucking shakes. I
Oh,
these
man.
fast food places sometimes, man, I tell you. But other than that, just watch Raw. Yay. Um,
Damn.
so yeah. I mean, it was just a typical horrible Monday. Being that Monday Night Raw happened, it by default most of the time is a horrible Monday, unless I am occupied and have other things to do on a Monday. It's usually horrible because of Monday Night Raw. But at the end of usually at the end of all my Mondays, we get to come on here, so it makes it a little bit better.
Yeah,
But this show, man, this show just
it's just
genuinely
annoying.
scars you, scars
Mm-hmm.
you, man. But
God.
yeah, but um, yeah, that was. I felt like I had to say something about the show, but I can't remember what exactly it was. But anyway, man. So you know what? Let's do this differently. We'll go over Raw in a little bit. I
Mm.
think we should fill the viewers in with what we were talking about before um we went on air. And man, we were talking about being the elite, man. We were talking about how the show just does not feel the same anymore. And I don't know, I don't know if you guys are feeling the same way, man, but man, it's just like
It's just the
it,
energy is just not there.
yeah, bro, it's like they replaced Brody Lee's fucking, and I know I was telling Sir K, I know he hasn't been on the show for a while. Like I know like he's been out and he hasn't been on the show for a while. After that October, like
Mm-hmm.
it was October 12th edition of Dynam or Being the Elite, the one after he lost the dog collar match. We haven't seen him since that Being the Elite, and obviously leading up to now. But man, like his presence is just so missed on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it doesn't feel the same. The show doesn't feel the same. It misses him and his
Mm-hmm.
just fantastic wonderful humor, just yelling at everybody and throwing papers and just being a complete asshole and just being a huge dick to the rest of the Dark Order members. Um, and they replaced what the fuck? They were they replaced. You see what's happening?
Yeah, what the
This random ass fucking. Okay, so it's like they replaced Brody Lee's humor with fucking Gallows and Anderson. I don't think they were trying to be too funny on this being the Elite, but I just don't like them as characters on BTE. Like,
They're not good on BT, bro.
no, like man, I don't know if anybody else is feeling this, man, but like, I don't know, It's just being the Elite's been like, also during the Brody times of BTE. We had like really cool like teases with like Hangman's phone. We have not heard about that in forever.
Literally.
The cleaner, we used to get really cool cleaner teases, and just like when they kicked Paige out of the Elite, it was like, oh my god, like what's gonna happen on BTE, and like you know what I mean. But like now, like the hint, you know who I will say is really shining on BTE though, like his shit's genuinely funny, bro. Matt fucking Hardy, he is just funny on BTE, like. The Bucks. I mean, that's their show, but that's always been their show, man. But like, bro, like, Nick. Oh my God, man's is just fucking hilarious, bro. He's talking. What, are we just dumb baby faces around here? We're just getting nudged by all these heels. Nick Jackson is just fucking hilarious, bro. Like, he's just so serious. He is just hilarious. But yeah, bro. But yeah, Matt Hardy, bro. He I don't know. It's just something about him lately. He's just been super funny. But yeah, man, the show misses Brody. You know what I mean? All the Dark Order members. I mean, their skits are hilarious. Don't get me wrong. Like, their skit on this episode is really funny with Hangman and John Silver getting gorilla cheerleaders. I don't know what cheerleader goes ooh, 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 ooh. I don't know what kind of cheerleaders he's getting, but yeah, I mean, these guys are like so funny, man, but it's just Brody's presence is just so missed. It's genuinely so missed. And even before he passed away, we always came on here and we're like, man, I can't wait till Brody comes back, and we can't wait till Brody gets back on BTE, because he was without a doubt. And again, we can say this, before he passed away, always had the funniest part of BTE. Always. His energy was just unmatched on the show, and he is so missed on BTE. But yeah, man, I mean, we're getting a little tease, you know, and I appreciate long-term storytelling. So we're getting a little tease with Gallows and Anderson and the Bucks and stuff, and you could tell the Bucks are kind of getting a little like rattled by them, or a little pissed off by them and stuff. But other than that, man, and not too much. But yeah, man, as I was watching the show today, I couldn't help but think, like, damn, you know, his presence is genuinely missed on the show, man. But what have you been thinking about BTE lately?
That same way, man. It's just that Brody energy is just not gone from the show, but it's just. You tell everyone's still, like, in remorse and, like, you know what I mean, just still mourning. So, like, these, like, BT, it just doesn't feel the same right now, man. To me, some of the funniest segments are those fucking BT championship ones. Just
those are funny, too. Those are funny. I forgot about that.
You'll see Orange Cassidy laughing and shit.
Like, you know what makes me laugh about him? apparently the way he dresses in real life is the exact opposite of what he dresses like on TV. It always makes me
It's
laugh.
great. Like, this shit's just great, bro. Like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's just it's missing Brody, man, and it's gonna take a while to
Hmm.
rebuild that piece that he made, and then that piece is sadly now gone. But it's gonna take a while to put a piece back in his position, man, because as cool as and as funny as these segments are, man, it's just missing him, man. I think Dark Order needs to not change, but just change parts of them to accompany like what happened. You know what I mean? Like as like they're kind of the same Dark Order, just babyface now. I think they kind of need to change into something. You know what I mean? Get a defined
I think they
idea
need
of
a
them.
new leader. I think they need new identity.
Yeah, new
You know what I
identity,
mean?
man.
Let's retire in complete honor. Let's retire the Brody Lee Dark Order because
Hmm.
you can't
Without
bring
him,
a guy like um Marty per se. Everybody's been saying like, oh, what if they bring Marty in, and I know they're not. That's not my concern, but I feel like with Marty, we'd be getting like sort of like comedy skits. I mean, Marty's nowhere
yeah.
near as intimidating as Brody, so like I don't think he could ever play that like mean boss, but
Hmm.
I think he'd be I just think the group would turn into a joke again.
Yeah,
Just like how they
exactly.
were in the very early Brody stages. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Before they attacked the Nightmare family and just had that kick-ass ending to Dynamite, which really like solidified them as I guess like threats you could say, even though they still were
Hmm.
like kind of joking around. They were serious to a degree, which you know was a nice balance, but I feel
Yeah.
like with a guy like Marty's a very funny guy. Like if you ever go back and watch like his old BCE stuff, like his ass was fucking hilarious, bro. So
Hmm.
if I think the person that could honestly thrive if he really is leaving New Japan is Switchblade, bro. I think
Yeah.
he's the perfect guy to because I understand Kenny is, starting his whole like new Bullet Club, and it's like not it's different from the Elite, but Kenny's Elite. Kenny's never from that side of Bullet Club. You know what I mean? He was never from
Exactly.
the Firing Squad. So like Jay White is going into a territory where Firing Squad is nothing over here. We've never,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There is no Firing Squad over here. Like there's nobody from the Firing Squad Bullet Club except for obviously what would be him on BTE. This is essentially all elite guys. Since, see what I did there, but um,
Funny Mark.
but like I mean, I could understand if like Tamatanga, if the God Gorillas of Destiny were over there, he could align with them, but they're not. You know what I mean? The
Exactly.
Kenny's over there. Kenny is a
Yeah.
guy from the Elite. Cody's not. Cody just fucking abandoned everybody. Cody just said fuck all else, and now he's hanging with Lee Johnson and QT Marshall. So do your thing, but with your horrible faction. But
But
the
like,
Bucks, those are elite.
yeah.
Hangman, I mean,
Hmm.
he's not elite anymore, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, he is. Isn't there another
Exactly.
one? Cody, Hangman, and the Bucks. No, that's it, right?
No. Yeah, that's
But
it. Because there was Marty, but he
bruh.
is
But
that nonsense.
so yeah, but I mean, like he is going into uncharted territories, right? So like
Exactly.
and he can dress in the suits and he could just be like a badass boss. I don't really see anybody
Exactly.
replicating the mean boss
Brody.
to a degree
Yeah.
that Brody did. No way, no way. But Jay White, I think, could step into that role, and I think he could really thrive. So if I were him, I would be fucking. I would really be thinking about where I'm going if he's leaving, of course. You know what?
Yeah.
Another person, and it just comes to my mind now, and it gets me upset. That oh my god, could have thrived in the as the leader of the Dark Order, bro. It
Hmm.
just seems so him. This dumbass that signed for 250,000. Mustafa Ali, bro.
Bro, he would have been perfect for their leader, man.
Oh, bro. Perfect. Perfect leader for the Dark Order. Because it's a fucking breath of fresh air. You're with guys who
Exactly.
can I mean, there's every degree to the group. Silver and Reynolds, they can do good comedy. Evil Uno and Sue Grayson can be very like serious at times. So I think he could be, and obviously they can all be funny,
Oh, yeah.
but I think he would be fucking fantastic in that role as the leader of the Dark Order. But he had to fucking
Oh,
had to sign for 250,000 over the course of three
yeah.
years.
Bro, you know what I just thought of?
So
It's like such a weird little. You know how 10 has the 10 marks on his, like, or the 5 for each pack?
it's the
Bro,
Switchblade
those as
logo.
the Switch. Yeah, those as the Switchblade logo. With them as their leader? That would be dope. And they're like red.
I don't
Especially, like,
I don't know if you remember me like telling you this, but remember
yeah.
when I remember when 10 first got introduced and I said to you, what if they don't end up revealing this guy and like he eventually takes the mask off to be like Switchblade because he's got like the Switchblade logo on each side of his chest, but obviously that they gave, well, I don't know if that was probably never a plan, but it's definitely not going to happen nowadays. But
Sure.
um,
I mean, if Jay White ever does need a number for the group, he could go 2099 because the famous sci-fi movie is called Blade Runner 2099. So that'd be dope.
that would be cool. Or he could, well, yeah, he could be. I mean, that'd be a shit ton of members. That'd be like a whole fucking community. But uh, but yeah, that would be cool, bro. That would definitely be cool for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Man,
Especially because Jay White is gonna
mhm.
need an identity when if he
Right,
is leading
right.
New Japan. So, and what better identity than to rebrand the Dark Order into his image,
Make
but still
the
have that heart.
Yeah, they could make the logo red, like give it a real
Yeah, bro.
revamp instead of purple.
Like,
You know?
give it like a bloody red and
Yeah,
like have it like like they could really change it up
yeah,
for a nice refreshing
hmm
tribute for Brody, man.
yeah. Because then when and it's like when you see the Dark Order logo, you'll think of like you'll think of Switchblade. You know what I mean? Like the red
Mm-hmm.
one, and if they were to revamp it, but then like the purple one will be so iconic because along with that, you will think of all the just wonderful memories that Brody and those guys gave us when they were under that
Exactly.
logo. You know. Um,
Exactly, bro.
but yeah, but it's just I think it'd be something cool to do. Retire just the
Mm-hmm.
logo for him, or
Yeah.
maybe they're saving the fucking group for Brody Lee Jr. The way these people long term book, so you can always
Uh,
appreciate that. Um, but who knows? You know what I was thinking about the other day
hmm.
when it's gonna be cool. So you know, like how a lot of times, like we say to ourselves when it comes to WWE, like, man, like I wish they would bring back one. The most common one is, oh, I wish they could bring back Big Gold. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in, let's see, he's 8 now, so in about 10 years, so 2031. What if he brings back that red championship, and by then they will move on to many
Probably like
different like
three.
title, yeah, many different
Yeah.
title designs, and I think it'll be cool if he were to come back and like defend it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like then we'll
Say
be
he.
getting like the we'll be getting like a not only Brody, obviously Brody Lee's son, but we'll be getting the retro. We'll be getting back the retro TNT title. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. Nice
That'd be dope,
throwback,
bro.
and it would make sense
Exactly.
to bring back one of these old belts. You know?
Exactly. And he could say the cool ass tagline of he's the TNT champ forever. Even like
Hmm.
deeper in his career, he could always say that. Like, shit'll be awesome. And another thing I heard is people like the way they like see him on Dynamite, a lot of people are saying like he's technically the leader of the Dark Order right now, but he's still a kid, and that's like the gonna be Dark Order's thing, that they're led by 8-year-old Brody Lee, and I was like, that's cool. And that's cool.
That
I
yeah.
wouldn't go full term on that,
Yeah.
but that's still cool.
Yeah, I don't know how they would. I don't know how that would make all those grown ass men look, but um, uh, yeah. That oh yeah, for sure. Like I think maybe in a couple years, like,
Yeah.
or like, you could have the Dark Order like really switch their ways and like be like evil monsters, and then by the time he does get to AEW, he will he could like reveal to everybody that he was behind the Dark Order just turning into these complete monsters, I guess. You know, you could do some cool stuff with that. And like I said, the way AEW's team likes to long-term book, this is the perfect company to put in the hands of something like this. So yeah, bro. Yeah, they could definitely do a lot. They could definitely do a lot with what they do with that group. But in terms of, well, I was gonna say, I'm trying to think of people that are, you know, like have contracts coming up, and like Sammy Callahan. I don't know how that would be though. Cause I just don't know. I just don't know. That doesn't really look like it'll fit.
You know who I could weirdly see do good in that role?
Sami
Zayn. Yeah, I just thought of that.
Yeah. Here's another one. Here's another one too. That like a real shocker. I could see him. I could see him having like mad chemistry with like the rest of those guys.
Yeah, I can easily.
I genuinely think Sami Zayn is leaving this summer.
I think he is.
Cesaro wouldn't be good, and I don't. You know, I don't remember who I was hearing say this. I can't remember, but I don't know. I can't remember who I heard say this, but this is a bit of a controversial topic here. Do you prefer Cesaro as a babyface or a heel?
Ooh, damn. What do I prefer Cesaro as? Probably a baby face. I don't. To be honest, besides the bar, I don't remember him much as a heel, so I don't really know, to be honest. But from what I remember of the sequels, I'd go babyface, just because.
Yeah, bro. I think the same thing. Like I was listening to some podcast, and so I can't remember who it was. It might have been JD, or it might have been. I think it was JD.
One of JD's co-host that said it.
I think it might have been JD actually. Well, whoever. Yeah, I think it was. Whoever it was. Oh yeah, it was him. It was on the SmackDown review. He said that Cesaro. That when he looks at like Cesaro, he thinks like a dick heel. I don't see it, man. Like I think he's so fucking over because everybody knows how good he is, and everybody also knows how badly and poorly he's fucking treated in WWE. So I think like when he was like that James Bond babyface, like that like kind of stick he had for that couple months before he joined the bar, it was just fantastic. Like he was over as shit. Everybody thought he was gonna be the IC champ, and WWE just never pulled the trigger on it. Go fucking figure. But yeah, bro. But yeah, man. Yeah, I don't. He popped in my head just because he had an upcoming contract, but I don't.
Like,
I don't. Black. What about Aleister Black?
Tommy N. That would be dope.
Oh,
Give
that would be
Order a true darkness. That would be dope.
Yeah, that would be fire, man.
I can't really imagine like the rest of the group in that Aleister Black way.
Well, the thing is, he could be so intimidating. Like, this would be a great role for him, I think. he could be so intimidating. What if he was their boss and he barely ever said a fucking word to any of them?
Dope. He would just look at them and they would just know what to do.
Yeah,
That
bro.
would be dope.
Like, I mean, obviously he can't be EC3, he can't be a fucking mute, but
Be how he was in NXT, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he needed to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I could see him not being a mean boss, but just cold. Like,
Yeah,
to where he's not being mean, but he's not being nice. You know what I mean? Just he's just cold.
Being a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Just super cold. I think that would be a fucking fantastic role for him.
Hell
But yeah, man. What do you guys think they should do with the Dark Order?
yeah.
In the comments. Oh God, I just threw up in my mouth. I hate when that fucking happens.
God, I hate that shit.
Ugh.
I hate that shit, bro.
Well.
Especially when I have a drink around me.
Mm-hmm. Ah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, man, what do you guys think they should do with the Dark Order? I mean, me and Sir K are spitting some ideas to you guys, man. But what do you guys think? I'd like to know. But other than that, man, I wanna. I wanted to touch on this first because usually by the time we're done talking about Raw, we're just fucking annoyed and exhausted with this show.
Yeah.
We only give the rundown on Dynamite, but hey, man, since we're here, well, first I want to ask the chat. Well, actually, no, that's Cap. First, I want to ask you, where do you think, what do you think is eventually going to happen with like this Omega and Gallows and Anderson stuff? Because, like, man, like, as much as I love this, we never got, like, the true, like, fuck you from Kenny to Hangman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that true heel turn. He just walked out on him, and he drove away to Impact by himself in a Don Callis' car, but we didn't know that yet, because he was on commentary. But, yeah, we never got, like, the true fuck you, and now Hangman is running with the Dark Order, which, I think that I think this could be a great opportunity for the Dark Order to really turn and make themselves because then in turn I think that will make Hangman realize that he just got lied to. Look who else is getting lied to by a group of people, the Bucks. And I will be the first motherfucker to buy a AEW Hung Buck shirt. I promise you that, because, man,
just
that
a horse with a fat ass dick. Wearing like a Mardi Gras.
You gotta put this clip on TikTok, bro. What the fuck?
That's a top tier shirt idea, bro. That's all I'm saying. PWTs needs to hire me.
I just imagine just sitting in the fucking meetings, like, all right, what are we gonna do for this fucking Hung Buck shirt? Everybody's like, do a horse with buck ears or something. How about a horse with a fat ass dick? What?
Young Buck shit. That would be great. Come on, bro. That's gold. I'd buy it. Well, to be honest, I probably would not buy that shirt. I wouldn't wear it in public, at least. I don't think nobody would.
He also does have a lot of, he also does have a little cool, like, play on words that I just now thought of that, like, intertwine with the Young Bucks, the buckshot lariat.
Yeah. Oh, true. I mean, that also stands for, like, a shotgun round. Because those, like, hit hard, but yeah, the buckshot. They could, like, do that.
The Young Buckshot lariat. Like a
Meltzer buckshot.
Right. Like a buckshot lariat with, like, 2 super kicks to the back of his head.
That'd be dope. Hell yeah.
But, You know what I actually found out when the Bucks were on Talk is Jericho?
Hmm.
You know the young bucks means like, you know how we all think it means like a deer, like a buck, like an animal buck?
Doesn't it mean like a young just person or something?
No, they said the bucks doesn't mean like the like the you know like a deer, like a Milwaukee buck.
Yeah.
Like it's not that buck, it's dollars, which is
Oh
why
shit.
the money comes out. The
Oh.
bucks. You know,
Or
like
young
bucks.
money. Young money. I get it, bro.
Oh,
That
they're
shit
not in the
goes
rap
crazy.
group with Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj. Like, Young Money.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That would be a perfect intro to our theme song. Young money.
Young
That
Moolah,
shit gets so.
baby.
That shit would be great. But
But,
yeah, bro, that's actually sick. Stands for
so
money instead of the animal.
where I was going with that was not Young Money, Cash Money, the rap group, or not horses with big dicks, or what I'm trying to fucking get at. Well, you know, the question was for you. Where do you think this is
Yeah.
going with Kenny Omega, Gallows and Anderson, and the Bucks?
I think it's a definite turn with the Bucks against Kenny, the Good Brothers, whatever the fuck they call themselves now. I think it's definitely when they realize that truly like Kenny's with them, because I think it'll be like Kenny at first, like he's clearly not wanting to do this, but I think he's eventually gonna force himself to, like, turn his backs on the Bucks to be like, like bigger and like just heel mentality. So I think that's what's gonna happen, because clearly, like right now, like Kenny isn't a fan of what Don Callis is kind of doing to the Bucks, but I think he's eventually gonna come to a mindset where like this shit's needed, and then Nat is gonna realize the Young Bucks, they're gonna be fully realized that like they lost another friend, and they're probably gonna tell themselves like, damn, we lost all our friends through all this shit. So, and I think at the same time, not, I was about to say Omega, fucking uh, Hangman will basically be going through the same thing with the Dark Order, and then they kind of intertwine back into each other, and then that versus, Young Bucks and Bullet Club, you could fucking say, this new Bullet Club. What were they call themselves? Like, didn't they have a Bullet Club thing? Uh, they'd, they just, like, had their own name of the Bullet Club they just came up with, like, a
The
week ago
Super
or
Elite.
something. The Super Elite, yeah. Like, that would be dope. I think that's what, like, it's coming to. I think eventually, Kenny will turn on Don Callis after, like, all this shit, like, next year. But right now, I think this storyline is going towards Young Bucks realizing that Kenny's not with them. Kenny, although he doesn't want to at first, betraying Young Bucks, and Young Bucks and Hangman reuniting versus these guys. I think that's what it's definitely going to, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. Jesus. Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. I think, what's wrong?
Remember, I'm just laughing.
Um, but, yeah, man, I think the same thing, man. Like I said, I think that, I think that Kenny, I think he agrees with Don
Yeah,
Callis, but like,
but like,
I
he doesn't
honestly
want
think
to.
he's trying. I think he's just trying. I think he feels bad because he knows that the Bucks have like never truly like wronged him
Yeah,
personally. But like, I think that you know, uh, I think that like eventually is just kind of like gonna like fall in love even more with like his success
yeah, exactly. He's gonna
and
realize.
just kind of forget about them along the way. And that's the one thing I love about like Dynamite is like, bro, we got like to the beginning of this storyline
Hmm.
at Revolution, so the beginning of February, or yeah, like the beginning of February, I would say. we are now at the climax of this storyline almost 1 year later. Like, man, if that isn't fantastic long-term storytelling, there was a couple things along the way I would do differently, but man, just tremendous. I love how they've kept our interest for this long, you know, and and it's only the climax, you know, with Kenny being the champ, and it's genuinely only the climax, and we really are. We're just getting started with Kenny in this run, but I think that he's going to feel bad about. I think he feels bad now, but once things start to go along and he starts to like fall more and more in love with his success, I think he's going to do it without even realizing it, that he just keeps pissing off the Bucks, and they're more and more like, what the fuck, like, you know, and then once they get fed up, he's just gonna be like, yeah, like, fuck these guys, and then hopefully they turn on them, and then the one to save the day, per se, would be Adam Page. So, man, that's just awesome storytelling. But honestly, really, the only one thing that I would do, like, after the couple things I would do differently, man, it would, obviously, I definitely would have had Kenny turn on Hangman after they lost the titles. I would have tried to have the people sympathize with them so hard, and like actually make it look like they're like really trying to like make this work, and they eventually end up losing to FTR, and then I would have had Hangman and Kenny like maybe like embrace or something like that, and then Kenny just full on just says fuck it, or were they like, wait.
Hangman to be the one that truly wants to care for the tag team, and it's Kenny that fucks it up, like shit like that.
There's something like that, man. And then I think I would have did it. I think I would have did it like that, and had Hangman like similar to what Sir K just said, like have Hangman like hug Kenny, and like just kind of trying to get sympathy for Hangman. I think I would have had him like you could like lip hear him like saying sorry to Kenny and stuff like that, and then just have Kenny just kind of have this odd look on his face, and then just start like and then probably I think what I really would have done is have him give Hangman a V-trigger, and then just start beating the shit out of him. Have Hangman get pissed, and then they both end up at Full Gear one-on-one like they did, because that match was so short and uneventful at Full Gear, and Kenny won, and that was it. That was it. Like, there was no, like, emotional moment. We did get the one cool moment that had to do with the Bucks. So I think what we're seeing here is Hangman never really cared for Kenny, and he cared about the Bucks so much, and it hurt him so bad when they called him a jobber and they tried to take the championships from him and stuff like that, because he does truly love those guys. And I think he doesn't really. I think the true story here is he didn't really care too much for Kenny, and you could eventually have that come into play. Like, he always thought Kenny was just a cocky ass motherfucker, and he didn't really like him because he always just thought he was better than everybody. Which there's definitely like some realism to that. I mean, Kenny is the best. Obviously, we know that, but now he's in a role where he can like embrace that now in this new heel role. So, but yeah, I think that the like story, like under all of it, the true story here is Hangman just really cares about the Bucks, and it's just hard for both sides to really see that right now. But yeah, I think at Full Gear, I would have did the thing where you have Gallows and Anderson come out and attack him, claiming like this new faction, per se. I think I would have did something along the lines of that, because the way they even showed up on Dynamite was cool, but it was just kind of random.
It could have been cool.
Yeah. You know?
Need one thing I would have done differently. I like the way like the whole car thing where we get in the car. I would have teased two other people in that car, but you can't
Mm-hmm.
see who they are. Just that there are like two like clearly wrestlers in that car. That's what I would have done because it teases people being with them, but not who, and people would guess who. And the moment they show up, you're like, oh shit. So that's who was in the car.
Yeah, or also, like, I remember that one week on Dynamite, they were talking about, or that they weren't talking about it, but they put it up on his little, like, name tag. Hangman lost his phone 3 weeks ago, or something like that.
Yeah.
I would have teased, like, if Kenny opens the door to his car, you see, like, a phone with, like, a Adam Page, like, phone case. You know what I mean? Like, in the
Yeah.
little, you know, the little, like, side pocket in, like, the car doors?
Yeah.
You know what I, like,
Something
something
like
like that,
that.
to where, like, you
Yeah.
can only see it if you watch it a couple times, you know what I mean? And then once
Exactly.
people, like, catch on, they're like, oh shit, like, is that Hangman's phone, like, texting the Bucks? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, subtle hints
Exactly.
like that, you know?
Like,
Or have, or just have, like, or like a, you know, like a phone in, like, Don Callis's suit jacket. Um,
yeah. That he's like checking.
Yeah, something like that, man. You know, the subtle teases like that, to where it's not blatantly obvious because you have to really look at things a couple times if you really want to see them. But yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, that's where I think that
Yeah.
storyline's going. But
Most definitely, bro.
yeah, man. I guess we could talk about Raw. All right, so where do where do we start? Yikes. Raw. Well, the show opened up. Was Keith Lee on the show tonight?
I think him and Sheamus had another tag team match, if I'm not mistaken.
Did they? Hopefully I went to go watch fucking Arby's when that happened. Cause I seen what they what I seen there was like Styles versus Ricochet on.
Oh, just wait till you find out what happened, bro.
What happened?
These motherfuckers. So, Ricochet had to do a qualifying match for the Royal Rumble for some reason. Him and fucking, who was it, Gulak, are the only two people that
Yeah.
had to do this. But it was against AJ Styles, and he lost. The finish itself was really cool. It was like Styles bounced Ricochet by his stomach off the ropes and caught him in a Styles clash. The clip was sick,
Oh, that's
but like
badass.
he lost a fucking contender match for the Royal Rumble. So now he can't be in the Rumble. And if he is in the Rumble, like some goon on Twitter was saying they still put him in the Rumble as a surprise, then that proves this match pointless if he is in the match anyway. But now he can't be in the Royal Rumble match. So he signed till 2024, not even in this year's Royal Rumble.
And
So he
besides,
regrets that.
why are they making people qualify against AJ? Like AJ's already in the
Yeah,
Rumble.
that makes
Why don't they do Gulak versus Ricochet? Two people that aren't in it. Something.
God
That
makes
shit
no
don't make
sense.
no
So
damn sense.
like people always say, buried is thrown around a lot, but Ricochet is truly, truly buried,
He
bro.
was he was he was he was buried. You know, the Brock loss. I wouldn't necessarily say that's a burial.
Nah,
I mean,
it
sure,
was
it
bad,
could have
but
lasted longer, but the
it was
true
decent.
burial was the loss to Riddick
Riddick,
Moss. That was
truly.
in 3 minutes. Like that. I I remember watching that episode, and I was seriously watching Ricochet get thrown around like an idiot. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my god, like I'm watching a live, like a true live burial before my eyes.
Yeah, and
You
this
know what I
motherfucker
mean?
survived a ladder match that had Dane and Lars in it, but
Yeah,
Riddick Moss is too much for him. Don't makes no sense.
yeah. We were talking about this the other day, bro. Me and you. But Ricochet had the saddest fucking WWE 24 on the planet. Like the dude was sitting there
It was so
crying
sad.
because the past year it just showed clips of him losing. I was like, this is just wonderful. What the fuck? But yeah, man. So, Jesus Christ. Well, other than that, we got Randy Orton actually playing up to kayfabe, which is nice. You know, he's got a mask on. He's clearly has burnt skin. Nice, just a nice play. A nice play on... What the fuck? I apologize. Let me put this shit under my pillow. Because I don't know how to turn this on. I don't think it's got one of those buttons. Well, anyway. Stupid iPad. So we got that. This dude cut like a 10-minute promo, and it was just so like fucking slow and methodical. I honestly don't even remember what the hell he said. Just something about the Fiend and how he knows the Fiend threw a fireball at him or something, and I don't know. Randy Orton, just everything the guy does is just slow and boring. So, you know, after that we got bro. Lacey Evans and Ric Flair has to be some of the worst television. These people truly have mastered how to start the year with horrible booking, go the whole year with horrible booking, and then end it with horrible booking because...
Truly.
Bro, Lacey Evans walking out in the middle of a Charlotte match with a Ric Flair robe, and then by the time the commercial break is ended, they're just gone, and then Charlotte just buries her anyway. Like, bro, this has got to be some of the worst television, bro. And dude, Charlotte, bro, why are we not acknowledging that she's in a tag team? Like, her and Asuka are doing completely different fucking shit on television. Completely, like, opposite ends of the world here. Like, shit just does not make any sense. And then, just to touch on that real quick, we had an Alexa's Playground with Asuka. Alexa Bliss continues to do great character work. But, why... Where is this going?
Yeah.
Like, what does this have to do with anything that is going on right now? Like, are we gonna see Randy Orton and Asuka versus fucking Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania? Like, what the fuck? I just don't know. I don't know why you're starting up this like random fucking storyline all of a sudden. A couple weeks before the Rumble, like, is this gonna be a match on the Rumble? I mean, Alexa Bliss picked up a victory tonight against Asuka. Like, Alexa's not gonna win the title because you could clearly tell they want to do Charlotte and Asuka at Mania and have them turn on each other after they lose the tag belts. But like, what the fuck? I don't understand. I don't understand what they're doing here. I don't understand it. I just genuinely do not. But Alexa Bliss transforms from evil Bliss to happy Bliss with the help of a commercial break. But
people hated that on Twitter. People were pissed, bro, that they did that.
What? That they changed like her look?
Went to a commercial break for her to do that. They hated that.
Huh. I don't know. I didn't mind it, personally, but I mean, I just don't know where they go with this, man. I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know why they start these random storylines with these people that they've had nothing to do with each other for forever. You know what I mean? And they're starting this up, and it's like, wait, what? Like, where the fuck are you going with this? You know what I mean? I genuinely just do not know. And Alexa Bliss is in the Royal Rumble, and she declared herself to, but Ricochet doesn't have
Yeah.
to. Ricochet can't do that. He's got to qualify. But Alexa Bliss can just put herself in the Rumble. But yeah, man, I mean, also, see, so I didn't mind her like transforming, but like on a random ass episode of Raw, like what?
Really.
Yeah, like
And
what were you
we're
saying?
gonna have to get used to it, but so far right now, Bliss getting the win over Asuka isn't legit. I don't care, bruh.
Yeah,
Until she's actual Fiend levels of different with her character, she shouldn't be beating Asuka. That's some bullshit.
yeah, yeah. It's another thing. WWE just honestly sucks with having their champions lose on television.
I hate
That's another
that.
thing. Like I understand Alexa Bliss has this like different character change and whatnot, and but Asuka, I don't know, man. I don't
Not
know.
tough.
I don't know. You got to have her pick up some. I mean, not like Asuka's really worth anything in 2021, but um, at heart, we all
No,
know how good she is. But
exactly.
they've just honestly done Asuka so bad. But yeah, man. I mean, we get this, and I also don't understand the point of doing all this in the main event. You know what I mean? I mean, nothing happened.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Nothing really happened. It was just Alexa Bliss with black lipstick and dimmed lights. I mean,
basically.
that was the change.
That was it.
Obviously, nothing too horrendous here, but I just didn't understand what the point of doing it here was. You know what I mean? And with doing this, especially if you did want to gear up Asuka for Charlotte, how does she look now with a loss from Alexa Bliss? You know what I mean? This, the
Exactly.
definition of booking yourselves into a corner. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, um,
Because they can do either one.
right. Yeah,
They
just,
can, but
mhm.
they won't.
Yeah, honestly, just genuinely just booking themselves into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
So very confusing booking here, as you can tell, man. Very confusing booking here. But other than that, WWE is gearing up Matt Riddle to at least wear tape around the ankle. And you know what? Super logic gap here. So the Hurt Business, who I honestly hope this is just a storyline with them where Cedric is a rookie and he's feeling all this power and they're eventually going to get him back in line. I hope this does not split them up because this group is amazing. I hope this is
Mm-hmm.
just a storyline where Cedric's just being a stupid rookie and he's even though he's not a fucking rookie, but you know how WWE works. If you're not a veteran, you're a rookie. I don't. Anyway, so to WWE, Cedric is a rookie, and he's just kind of this young, power-hungry guy, and he's making stupid decisions and thinking that he could do it all by himself. And the fact that they're trying to spew, oh, him and Shelton Benjamin don't have enough chemistry. Haven't they been tag teaming for like 4 months?
Yeah.
Like,
Shouldn't they have chemistry by now?
at least a little bit. I mean, shit, you know.
Like,
But
man, you have fucking more chemistry as tag teaming them at
yeah,
this fucking
seriously,
point.
seriously, bro,
God.
fucking. But I hope this kind of just a storyline where it's just kind of like that, and in the end, it makes the group stronger. But knowing WWE, this
Hopefully.
group will be fucking over by Mania, and we'll have a fucking Hurt Business Fatal 4-Way at
Oh
WrestleMania
no.
for nothing. Um, but uh, but so they all see Matt Riddle. They all see Matt Riddle backstage, and he's complimenting everybody, and he calls Bobby Lashley sloppy Bobby. Okay, um, I'll leave that to your guys' imagination. Um, but but um but but So Bobby Lashley says that he's got this, right? And he tells Matt Riddle, you know, I'm starting to like the flip-flops. Okay, first of all, those are slides. They're not flip-flops. Anyway.
Fucking idiot.
That's just me nitpicking. Okay, but first of all,
Sure.
those are slides. Those aren't flip-flops, Bobby.
Yeah.
And Matt Riddle says, "What, bro? There's nothing wrong with these flip-flops, bro." So Bobby Lashley steps on his foot, right? And you could clearly tell he didn't step on his foot, but it looked like he was stepping on Matt Riddle's right foot on television. So what does the guy do? He starts selling his left foot, and I'm like, what?
Oh, it's terrible.
So he's like, yeah, you're stepping on my foot, but you're gonna get this foot up your ass, bro. And he's yelling, whatever. So, Bobby Lashley steps on his toes, right? Matt Riddle comes out with his fucking ankle taped. Dude, he stepped on your toes, not your ankle, you fucking idiot. Like, what kind of... Bro...
And more things. First of all, how many people in the middle of matches stepped on his toes as a fucking move to him, and he's just fine after that match? And in matches, even if they're wearing fucking wrestling boots, if you fucking smash their toe, they're gonna sell it. So the fact that they're gonna have to try to spew the garbage, or that he needs wrestling boots, makes no sense. Because in a match, I could fucking stomp on someone's toe, and they're gonna have to sell it. Because I'm stomping on their toe. You could stomp on my shoe. If I'm wearing shoes, it's still gonna hurt my toes. Makes no sense with this logic they're gonna try to pull to get him to wear wrestling boots.
Yeah, and one thing I was gonna say before, sometimes I like to talk ahead, so I'll start talking and then I'll be like, wait, let me go over this first, just because I just get excited, but fucking...
I'm dead.
But, another thing, too, is, what I was gonna say is, this is gonna be their excuse to get him to at least wear the tape around the feet, like, Rusev did for a while,
Yeah.
and like Umaga did, you know, but over time, well, how long is this guy under fucking contract? Till 2024, right? Yeah. Let me tell you. This motherfucker, well, who knows? If he came up in 2020, that means his main roster contract, if he did sign a new main roster contract, if he signed a 3-year, which I think Matt Riddle would, I think that would be up in 2023, unless I don't know why he would still be on a developmental contract, but I mean, if he, for whatever reason, is still on a developmental contract, then his contract's coming up soon, but the fact that they still have him on television leads me to believe that they're confident he's staying, or that he did sign a new contract. And the fact that we hear stories that Vince McMahon really likes him, I think he'll be here till 2023, unless he signed a 5-year deal in 2020, and he will be here until 2025. But I think Matt Riddle is a lot smarter than that, and I think that he signed a 3-year deal, I hope. So, nonetheless, I think that he I think they're eventually gonna try to get that in there, and at least have him wearing tape around the ankles, which, bro, just looks so horrible. Like, dude, you didn't twist your ankle, you idiot. What were you, playing fucking basketball before you came out here? Like, what? How the fuck did you twist your ankle? You know what I mean? Like, he stepped on your toes. Wouldn't you want to tape them? I don't understand it. But and then other than that, bro, oh my god, we got this horrible fucking Miz TV with obviously Miz and John Morrison. And you know one thing I just have to bring up.
Hmm.
You know what I fucking hate about this group, bro? I hate how they make John Morrison look like the dumbass out of the group. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's
Where?
like this whole segment we're about to go over at the end of it, Miz is like, this is a train wreck, what'd you do? And Morrison's like, oh, I put this all together, I'm sorry. Like, what? Yeah, okay, let's just make John Morrison look like a blithering fucking idiot. You put this together. Okay. Okay. Well, The Miz and John Morrison, they're out here and they're having a Miz TV, and the Miz TV was advertised for Goldberg. So you hear Goldberg's music, you see all these people come to the stage, and I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, what? Out comes not Bill Goldberg, but Gilberg. Yes, Gilberg, little skinny fucking Gilberg.
Like, good to see him in good health, but like after what happened,
What happened to
like
him?
still.
Oh yeah, wasn't he
Yeah,
like
apparently he had a heart
hospitalized?
attack.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
fucking forgot about that. God damn. Well,
like
nonetheless, good to see him in good health. But what I was gonna say was, all I could think of was WWE just fucking recycling. Do you guys remember that KO show many
yeah,
years ago
that's
in
what I remembered.
2017
That's
where
what I
they
remembered, bro.
where they advertised it's Goldberg and out came Gilberg. WWE recycled that fucking segment again for this show. Why? What ails these motherfuckers to do this shit, man? Like,
Like,
bro.
bro, just have this old fuck go out.
Oh,
God, I
he
can't
he
stand it.
wants to get a WWE Championship match, but he can't even come to TV. He has to have fucking
Fuck
Gilbert
him.
come out here. Okay, and it
Fuck him.
gets even worse. WWE or not WWE, Miz and Morrison announce that Drew McIntyre is here. What? Drew McIntyre's... He can't be there. You fucking idiot. He cannot be at the show.
We
And,
know he has COVID.
yeah, seriously. And we know he has COVID. He cannot be here. He just can't. He seriously, like, he can't be here for whatever reason. So out comes this fucking beer-bellied ass fucking hick from, apparently he's from fucking New Jersey. He comes out with a little toy sword. He's got a fucking curly wig on like he's Mel Gibson. Why does everybody think that fucking Drew McIntyre is William Wallace from Braveheart? Like, what the fuck? Why does everybody...
He's got some thin ass slick back hair.
Like,
Like,
what? I don't know where the fuck this shit comes from, but somehow these fucking idiots think that this is a comparison for Drew McIntyre, Mel Gibson from fucking Braveheart, and 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 he comes out and he has his fucking ass crack hanging out like he's a fucking plumber, and he starts talking in a non-Scottish tone to the point where John Morrison has to remind him that she's playing a Scot. What the fuck, bro? And this is the same guy that ended the segment saying that he was going to cash in the Money in the Bank. Motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. Nobody likes your dog shit ass segments and your horrible, not funny ass humor. Like, bro, just save it. Nobody wants to see this shit. This is just ridiculous. And then uh, and John Morrison ends up saying that he found the guy from fucking New Jersey. Motherfucker, aren't you guys in Tampa? How did you find this guy in New Jersey? Okay, whatever. So bro, way to hype people up for this fucking match. What the fuck, bro? The, Miz and and the thing is, Miz and Morrison with we haven't seen John Morrison as a heel in a minute, as a singles heel in a minute, or as a good heel in a minute. But bro, like the Miz and his just cocky ass, like arrogant attitude mixed with like a heel, like serious John Morrison could be good, bro. But they're booking these guys in fucking a comedy role. Like the Miz, like when he was just a cocky, like fucking I'm a superstar heel mixed with just this like cocky, like fucking just John Morrison could be fantastic, bro. But these guys are booked on television like legitimate retards, bro. Like they seriously have no fucking brain.
Literally, bro.
Shit's just ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
And you can do like a cocky dick and be funny. Look at MJF. You could be serious, but just what you do to people is funny. Fucking MJF, serious as hell. Him calling that fucking crowd of fucking fans virgins.
Oh my
that
God.
Shit was hilarious, bro. That
He-
one dude's face.
He busted out a whole video games chant at Fyter Fest just to say, yeah, I used to play video games, but then I lost my virginity, bro. MJ,
That shit was great.
bro. And the whole crowd, he just had them, and they're all chanting, video games, video games. And then he does that, and they all just shut the fuck up. Nobody even booed. Everybody was just like, damn. It was just so funny, bro. But
Like,
that was the one time we seen MJF make himself laugh. Like he broke character and just started laughing at his joke because it was that fucking funny, bro. So funny, man. So funny.
His comedy is just. You want to know that dude's name that they had him say? His name was quote unquote Drew McFartentire.
Oh yeah. It was like Drew McInfart or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember why they called him that?
No.
Remember
No,
when
I
Adam
don't.
Pearce called him that on accident?
Oh,
And it
yeah,
had
like,
Twitter going crazy as if he said it on purpose. He called him Drew McInfart. Yeah. Now this is the fucking humor we're playing up to on Monday Night Raw for Mr. Money in the Bank. Vince McMahon loves dick jokes, though. I'm surprised he didn't call him like Drew McInpenis or something like that.
Oh, that's way too fucking TV-14 for this guy. Drew McInpecker.
What?
Is what fucking his ass would say.
Yeah, well, after all, they did make a great Balls of Fire logo that was a fucking dick. The logo is literally a dick. Vince McMahon humor.
People on Twitter expect us to take the Miz seriously with the cash in. Get the fuck out of here. They expect us to take the Miz seriously with the cash in. Man, you should have never put it on the Miz in the first place. But you should never put it back on him, bro. Have him earn the right to get that thing back. Or I would have just had him fucking lose it permanently and just get pissed because.
Be serious, yeah.
Bro, he's garbage in 2021, bro. Like, he lost his spark, bro. And I don't think he's ever gonna get it back because he's got his reality show. He's got everything in check, bro. We ain't ever getting 2016 Miz back. So, I don't care about the Miz anymore, bro. It's just how it is. And Morrison, I mean, I never got to see Prime Morrison. So, this Morrison literally means nothing to me. Right now, the way I see Morrison, he has the same value as fucking every other person in catering, bro. He has the same value. I know his worth, but to me, the way I just see it on TV, he has the same value as Apollo Crews. That's how bad they booked this idiot.
Someone's fucking his wife?
Yeah, the dude that's getting his wife fucked is fucking
Apollo Crews. Jesus.
Oh
Fuck.
God. Yeah, man. this group is just garbage, man. They're producing garbage comedy
Why didn't they
segments.
use that to break those two up, bro? Because bro,
Exactly.
John Morrison, seriously, not even joking, WWE Championship material. What
Oh
lies
yeah.
in there, in that soul, is dead ass a Drew McIntyre WrestleMania opponent.
Mhm.
But up until this
Exactly.
fucking point, they seem to not give a shit. I don't, man, bro. John Morrison was so fucking fantastic, bro. Like seriously, one of the best, genuinely. And
Mhm.
and and this and the thing is too is he's made to look like the dumbass out of the group. Like the Miz is the
Yeah.
smart one, and the Miz, bro, has this
Exactly.
reputation for being this fun-loving dad on Miz and Mrs. So I don't think he will ever shred the lines between reality and wrestling like he did in
No.
2016 ever again,
God no.
unless he genuinely gets unhappy and speaks up, because he's one of the guys that they like, and they'll let him kind of have a lot of leeway with what he will do with his character. Unless he
Mhm.
says something, this isn't going to ever change. But in the process, don't bring John Morrison down with you. The guy simply does not deserve it. The guy
Exactly.
simply is 1,000 times better than half of this fucking roster. And the fact, like I said, like out of these two, he is dumber. Out of Dumb and Dumber
Makes no sense.
is ridiculous because, um, I mean, just truly, truly just a talented individual and somebody
Yeah.
that is just meaningless in WWE right now. And this is why people don't go back. This is why people do
Exactly.
not go back. Um, John Morrison in AEW, bro.
Oh
The
man, that would have
the
been amazing.
the differences, and he's tight with Cody, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know why he didn't go back. Maybe they just weren't looking to expand their roster at the time. But I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to go back to WWE because I mean, realistically, it is his
God,
home.
he probably
But
had hope.
yeah. Um,
And
and this guy came close to being WWE champion in 2011, and
crazy.
here we are,
Look at him now, being a complete joke.
a fucking idiot. But
Truly a fucking idiot.
yeah, man. But we honestly just got to move these two on from each other. He
Exactly.
didn't come back from 9 years to be put back in a tag team that he was in the very start of his career. That is
Yeah.
the definition of taking 1,000 steps forward on the indies and taking fucking 10,000 steps backwards. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, just utterly
Just
ridiculous.
garbage. So
Trash. Yeah,
honestly,
100%. But man, other than this show, God, what else happened on this godforsaken show?
like something. Was there something else? Let me check.
I think that
Check
was
these
it.
tweets. Yeah, I think that was it
Yeah.
for the most part.
hmm
Yeah, man, this show fucking sucked. Ms. Morrison sucks. Fucking half of the shit sucks. Keith Lee is already irrelevant again, and now byproduct of that is that they're making Sheamus irrelevant again when he could have easily faced McIntyre at fucking Royal Rumble. So, God,
hmm
if they're not gonna do him, Sheamus and McIntyre at the Rumble at Mania, they just wasted this man's opportunity, bro, for Goldberg. For fucking Goldberg.
Yeah, I think that was it, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, without any further ado, I guess that's going to be it for the
Mm-hmm.
Notorious Hills podcast, man. I guess it's going to be it for Notorious Unscripted episode 23. And,
Shit.
yeah, man, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Hills podcast. And that is going to do it for tonight, you guys. Once again, if you guys do not know how the show works, we got every Friday we got the news, and usually on a Monday or a Tuesday we have Notorious Unscripted. And yeah, man, once again, it has been a pleasure from Johnny Mayhem.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the podcast, you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.